What's happening? This is Len Davis with Pangiality Productions, and I am a Seattle-based filmmaker, but right now I'm in Kathmandu, Nepal, returning to a very special place to me. As you may know, on my YouTube channel I have hundreds of videos, many of which are spontaneous interviews with strangers I meet whose stories pique my interest, and that turns into a video that, like this, you begin watching now. The other day I was walking through Tahiti?
Tahiti.
I was walking from basically New Road toward Tamil here in Kathmandu, and there's one zone, an intersection called Tahiti. And I stepped into this shop, a photo shop, to ask about getting some enlargements made. And I met Busan Srestha, my new friend, and I came to learn that he's a fourth generation photographer here in Nepal with an amazing story, so I wanted to share it to you. Namaste, Busan.
Namaste.
Nice to meet you.
Namaste.
Namaste. Can you introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about your shop?
I'm Busan Srestha. So I'm a photographer by profession, right? So I have been involved in photography. We have been involved in photography since my great-grandfather. Okay. So we have lots of old heritage photographs, cityscape, old Kathmandu.
Great.
Right?
So tell me, you started to tell me your grandfather was a wood carver, a great-grandfather.
Yeah.
Tell me.
My great-grandfather, he was working in Royal Palace at that time. He was a wood carver.
This is what year, maybe?
Wood carver. It was like, this is 2000, it was like 1920.
Okay.
I cannot say exactly what date.
Yep.
Right, it was around 1920, and he was a good wood carver. He was a very creative person, and he was working at Royal Palace that time, and King thought he was very creative. Why not send to India to learn photography, so that they don't have a photographer at the time, right? And my grandfather.
Pass गर्न सक्नुहुन्छ.
And he learned photography from Calcutta. At the time, British regime ruled India at the time, right? And when he back from India, he started photography in Royal Palace. So that we have many Rana regime photographs, right? And some in Kathmandu cityscape heritage.
Nice.
Right? And my grandfather also following the photography business.
Right.
He was also working in Royal Palace as well. Okay. And we have lots of old photographs taken.
Wait, so before we go there though, you have a master's in business management, but you chose to keep the family business going.
Yeah. I did a master's in management from one of the good university in Nepal called Tribhuvan University, right? And I thought, photography is quite, this is my family business. I thought, why not I should continue the photography business, right?
Nice.
So that I continuing photography
Nice.
in one corner,
Great.
right?
Can you show me some of the images? So you're you have all these old images of your father, your grandfather, your great-grandfather.
Yeah.
You are the protector of a visual legacy of this country, yeah?
Yeah. Look, we have lots of old photographs, like a heritage Kathmandu, Kathmandu Bell. This is Dava Square, and this is the core area of Kathmandu. It's a heart of, you can say it's the heart of Kathmandu. It's called New Road. Right?
And so how old are these photographs?
It was like 60 years. My grandfather took those images.
So like in the 1950s?
Right. And this one is quite interesting. It's a Buddha.
This is a famous picture, yeah?
Famous pictures, yeah.
Who took this?
My grandfather.
This is a famous photo. I've seen it before.
Yeah.
And your grandfather took
My
it?
grandfather. Yeah.
Wow, cool.
The photo has exhibited in the UNESCO in France also.
You have the original negative?
We have the original negatives.
Wow.
And
can I see the one of the guys carrying the car?
Yeah. This is, at the time, the highway was not built, right? We have no road connection with India. So at the time, long years ago, Rana regime ruled the country Nepal.
Yeah.
And one of the Rana prime minister bought a car from India and no road, so they carried car from India border to Kathmandu Valley.
Hundreds of miles.
Yeah, hundreds of miles.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Wow.
You can say it's hundreds of miles.
Wow. How many men? Maybe 40 men carrying one car?
Yeah.
Great. Can you show me some? And this, which stupa is this?
This is border stupa. It's in 1900. I couldn't remember.
But they're fixing it, not building it, right?
Yeah. And
Nice.
you see the killing tiger. Long times ago, like 55 years ago, hunting was allowed in the national park. Now it's converted to national park.
Yeah, was it?
Before it was a huge jungle. Hunting were allowed, and they killed the tigers. Okay.
Yeah.
And we have pictures of your.
Which is this
airport. This is King Mahendra coronation.
The coronation of King Mahendra?
Coronation of King Mahendra.
And all of these photos were taken by your father and grandfather and
grandfather. Most of the pictures taken by my grandfather.
Nice.
Okay.
And so outside of your shop, they are also in various publications and Nepali archives too?
Yeah. We cannot say we are the first photographer.
Uh-huh.
We are one of the first photographers in the Kathmandu Valley. We are one of the first photographers in the Kathmandu Valley. We cannot say we are the first photographer.
Yeah.
So there is another old photographer just behind the Daba Square, right?
This is a picture, tell me again, this is Namche Bazaar, 1955?
1955. Namche looks like, but now the
before the hot tubs and the
converted to very rich place, you know.
Yeah.
The highest per capita income around the Nepal.
Yeah. Is in Namche Bazaar.
Is in Namche.
Wow.
Right.
I can't. This photo is amazing. I can't believe your grandfather took this photo. I've seen it many times. It's hard to see, but this is the stupa here. But however many decades ago this is, now, you know, this entire area is packed with buildings. It's like an urban, you know, just totally concentrated. So, and over here you also have a collection of old cameras?
Old cameras. Right now I will show you one camera. This camera is used by my grandfather.
And this is your studio now?
This is my studio, right? We just taking portrait, right?
Yeah. And this old camera, tell me about it.
It has a below. You can say it's a medium format camera. You can put a 6 centimeter by 6 centimeter sensitized material in it, right?
So how old is this camera?
120. It's like 60 to 70 years old.
Oh.
Right. My grandfather used to shoot from this camera. Right.
Cool. And then which other kinds of cameras do you have here?
We have many old cameras, but I already sold that camera. And this Mamiya.
Mamiya.
Okay. It has not been used for a long time, like 6-7 years. So it's not working properly.
Okay.
Okay, it has to be cleaned up and it has to be repaired.
And then you have the evolution of these point and shoot cameras.
Yeah.
Lots of the different ones over the years. Very sweet. And so now, your great-grandfather and your grandfather, they were photographers at the palace.
Yeah.
And then your father, what was he photographing mostly?
He's just you can say he's a part-time photographer. He's not a professional photographer, right? So.
And now in your life?
Now my life, I'm doing photography. I'm doing some business, other business, like investment and.
And mostly kind of studio portraits and these kinds of things?
Yeah, studio.
Can you show me your studio?
Yeah, sure, please. People used to come here to make a portrait, okay, for visa, for passport, right? For college, for school, for, right?
Yeah. Cool. So, tell me a little bit about this neighborhood where your store is. What's going on outside your doors?
Yeah. Look, this is my parental business, and this is my parental house as well.
So you grew up in the house?
Yeah. It was built 100 years ago.
Uh-huh.
100 years ago. You can say it's a very old house, right? And
which kinds of shops are there outside here mostly?
outside my shop, you will find religious Buddhism religious shops everywhere. You can find
Hinduism too, yeah?
Hinduism too, right? And Thanka, like a prayers flag, like that.
And lots of fabric shops also?
Lots of fabric shops as well.
Hey. Kostaramra. So today, I mean, it seems like in the last, when I started coming to Nepal 18 years ago, I was having so many photos printed and I was buying lots of film. And I was going to the same guy every time. So he's seeing my vision of Nepal.
Yeah.
But now everything is digital.
Now everything is digital. I must say is photography replaced by technology.
Yeah.
Right? But being a photographer, I'm very curious. I love to shoot from film camera. Digital these days, most of the people have cell phones and small format cameras. They can take anywhere, anytime. Right? It's quite easier. Before you have to load the film and take the photographs. Until and unless it wasn't processed, you cannot see the result.
Right.
Right.
Wow. Amazing. So anything else about this legacy, about this history that you are the guardian of in the fourth generation?
Right.
Have you produced any books or put together some of the images in like a collection or exhibition?
Yeah, 10 years ago we have exhibited the all images of the Kathmandu Valley. The topic was image of the century, and people used to visit. The exhibit took place in Patandava Square, right? And at that time we have old images, and we took the new images as well, and we compared new and old. The topic was then and now, image of the century.
Nice.
Right? And I couldn't remember the exact date, but maybe 6 years ago, the huge exhibit was placed in Bhaktapur Square.
Cool. And do you think, given that you are the fourth generation, do you think that your son or sons will be interested in continuing this legacy? Do you want them to?
I can't decide because the photography is not very profitable business these days.
Yeah.
I should. I think this is my last
generation. You would like to see your son do something different.
Something different.
And that may be a little bit sad.
Yeah, you can say, but
also happy.
Also happy.
Great. And you have a whole collection of prints and negatives from before?
Yeah, we have lots of prints collections taken by my great-grandfather. At that time, my great-grandfather used to shoot from large format camera, and the sensitized material was in glass plates, right? And my grandfather used the medium format camera, and it's quite easier than previous large format.
And what are you doing to protect these archival materials? You have it properly protected?
Yeah, not much, but only few I have, properly protected.
Cool.
Protecting.
All right, Busan, anything else that you would like to share?
I would like to share, okay, this is my profession, photography, right? And most of the people used to come to see the the old images, and they are very happy to see the old images of Kathmandu cityscape, heritage, and they compare to the new images.
Yeah, this is a
So
rapidly
something
changing city.
rapidly
The
changing
history is
city, yeah.
quickly being
Yeah.
plowed under.
Yeah.
Great. Cool. Well, it's Len Davis with Panjality Productions, and I'm here with my friend Busan Srestha here in, how do you say it? Tahiti? Tahiti.
On the way to Tamil.
On the way to Tamil, and
This is the middle street. If you go down, then you get the Dava Square, and up there is Tamil. This is the middle street.
so we're like in the heart of downtown here. And like I said, my name's Len Davis with Panjality Productions. I'm a filmmaker based in Seattle, Washington. So I had an immediate affinity for this 4th generation camera shop. I too have my own camera collection, and the progression from my dad's old Nikon up through the GoPro that I have in my hand that I'm shooting this on. So I want to say thank you, Busan, and then I'm just going to open the door to give people a sense of what it looks like outside the door.
Okay.
Keep in touch, brother.
Yeah.
Okay. So check this. Stay fresh, y'all.